So Google says there are about 100 uncontacted tribes left in the world. And when you think about how much we've advanced since we were all uncontacted tribes, it's a miracle that there are still some of them out there. You would think by now there would at least be some rogue YouTuber who would make a video being like taking a tribe to McDonald's and then do one of those trying food for the first time videos. But nothing. There is that one video by YBS Youngbloods, but he went to a tribe who specializes in giving people the whole experience of what it's like to really be there. When in reality, they have like a schedule of everyone who's going to come and they're like, all right, everyone reset so we can get these people thinking that we're uncontacted when we have a daily routine going on here, being contacted by outside people. What I'm talking about are the people who aren't sure if you're one of them or the fucking devil coming to slaughter. Some of you might know of North Sentinel Island, who will probably have the last uncontacted tribe in the world solely because their people are so violent they banned anyone from going to the island. But when you have money, anything is possible. Kevin Garnett said it best.
Anything's possible!
But back in June, Elon Musk's company Starlink connected an isolated tribe to the outside world and divided it from within. It says, the Marubo people have long lived in communal huts scattered hundreds of miles along the Itui River, deep in the Amazon rainforest. They speak in their own language, take ayahuasca to connect with forest spirits, and trap spider monkeys to make soup and or keep as pets. So these gnarly individuals trip their fucking balls on ayahuasca and start talking to people who aren't there and make monkey soup. Get these people some Chipotle ASAP. I know they won't like it at first, but just like they've trained their palate to enjoy spider monkey, which tastes slightly wormy, they'll eventually see that even the chips and salsa is an upgrade to something that could be considered their pet. But it continues to say that they have preserved this way of life for hundreds of years throughout isolation. Some villages can take a week to reach. But since September, the Marubo have had high-speed internet thanks to Elon Musk. 5 years ago, if you said that, they would have called you fucking insane. But the 2,000-member tribe is one of the hundreds across Brazil that is suddenly logging on with Starlink, the satellite internet service from SpaceX. Since its entry into Brazil in 2022, Starlink has swept across the world's largest rainforest, bringing the web to one of the last offline places on Earth. And then it shows these pictures of people using their phones, people carrying the satellite to their village. But then it shows you this picture of these people sitting around using their phones, and if I didn't tell you what this was from, you wouldn't think these people are from a tribe that takes a week to get to. They look like my neighbors. This dude looks like he's been in contact with Uber Eats since he got his phone. This is literally a contacted tribe. Anyone wearing Crocs and a watch has already been contacted by the widest people National Geographic has to offer. It even says the Marubo people frequently use their phones bought in the closest city. Their closest city is like 300 miles away. How are they even buying that shit also? It then says at first when everyone got their phones, things were good. And we're like, yeah, there are movies where situations like yours go down and we know exactly what happens. We know exactly how it ends. One of their women said that the young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. She said they're learning the ways of the white people. Then she paused and added, but please don't take our internet away. Well, bitch, then it's either you learn the ways of the white people or you go back to telling stories by the campfire. Typical parent talking shit about what their kids are doing when they have the same crippling addiction as they do. And what do you mean the ways of the white people? Are they getting a loan? Are they applying for a job? This isn't the fucking 1500s where racism was running rampant. The ways of the white people have taken on a new meaning since then. It goes on to say that the Marubo are struggling with the internet's fundamental dilemma after only 9 months with Starlink. The Marubo are already grappling with the challenges that have racked America's households for years. Teenagers glued to their phones, group chats full of gossip, addictive social networks, online strangers, violent video games, scams, misinformation, and minors watching pornography. Sounds like you guys are finally becoming us, and in record time too. 9 months literally signifies the date that Elon Musk fucked this village and now they're starting to birth his technology addicted babies. Like, imagine having no information about how the outside world has been developing for generations only to be able to access all of that from the comfort of your fingertips. It doesn't sound amazing right now because we're used to it, but I'm pretty sure these people thought Elon was the fucking spirits they were talking to when they were tripping on ayahuasca. They're like, this dude is God for sure. Look at what he brought us. He brought us these What's a phone? And it's funny because, like I said, they're finally becoming us. In another article on the New York Times website, it talks about how parents are worried about children recreating what they see in violent first-person shooter games. And it's like, unless they're playing Far Cry Primal, then it's quite literally impossible for them to try to recreate anything of what they're playing. But it even says that some of them have fallen victim to internet scams due to their lack of digital literacy, while many youngsters are chatting with strangers on social media. Well, no shit. Literally everyone they come in contact with is going to be a stranger. And also, what kind of fucking scams are they falling for? Do these people have money for them to be actually get scammed out of? Like, how are they making money? Does somebody be like, yo, I'm gonna send y'all a PS5 and a TV now that y'all got internet, y'all just gotta send me $5,000? Or like, how is someone scamming a person who barely had a phone not even 9 months ago? That's like scamming a homeless person. What are you getting out of them? What could these people have that is of value to the person scamming them? They gotta be a fucking lower level human than someone from an indigenous tribe to be doing that. They'll be like, yeah, send us a part of your house. Send us the straw from your roof or something of value. Oh, you have nothing of value? Yeah, that's probably why it takes days to get to you. But when you go back and start looking at these pictures of them on their phones, you start to be like, wait, Adidas, Crocs, Nike, Barcelona? These motherfuckers got change! Back in the New York Times article, if you scroll down far enough, it shows you a picture of this guy setting up the beacon of hope that brings internet to this remote village in the Amazon. And you're like, cool, this is one of Elon Musk's tech dudes whose job is to set them all up, tell them how to unplug the router if it stops working, and then never have to go back to this place again, leaving them once again to be uncontacted. In person. But then under this picture, it says the guy who's setting everything up was this guy named Enoch Marubo, who spends his life between the forest and the city, working at one point as a graphic designer for Coca-Cola. So this tribe has a literal graphic designer who's worked for a billion-dollar company and they want to call themselves an uncontacted tribe? Get the fuck out of here. He's probably the reason they got addicted to porn. I mean, like, think about it. How else would they know about porn? From the only guy who goes outside their village. I know for a fact they weren't just given phones and been like, figure this shit out by yourself. They had to have people help them. And I know for a fact, because I would have been one of them, I would have been like on the side like, hey, you want to see some real websites? Y'all want to know what a parlay is? I would have been giving them tips on just how to become addicts. Just straight up gambling addicts. One of them's gonna hit a fucking $1 million jackpot and not even know how to withdraw it. I won't lie though, it is cool that Elon has the money to have people set these things up. But then again, these people have lived their entire lives, multiple generations worth of lives without all this technology. It's better to let them die off naturally rather than speed up the process by making everyone who lives in the middle of the fucking rainforest dependent on their phone. What good is a phone gonna do to help you when you are days away from the nearest city? Also, as I'm editing this, I saw someone leave this comment, and that is exactly what my next video is going to be on. Please stop hacking into my personal files, and I won't have to block you from my channel. Until then, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.